Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to this weekly energy update for September 25th through October 2nd. Now, of course, today we have the new moon in Libra that is at its newest. And last week we did cover that in that weekly energy update. So if you want to check out more about this Libra new moon and how you can use your new moon wishes, be sure to check that out. The playlist for all the weeklies for September will be at the end of the video, so you can check that out. Now, at the end of this week on October 2nd, Mercury exits its retrograde. Yay! And we move into the post-shadow time, which is a time for us to review what did we learn about our communication and like how we want to be communicated to and how we communicate with others. During the Mercury retrograde, it's a lot of that reflection on those types of things in our life. So for this video, I'm going to pull cards for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to just ask that. What did we learn about communication, even our self-talk, possibly during this retrograde? So we're going to jump into your specific sign right now. All right, Pisces, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off here with the Blue Messiah reading cards. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below, so if any of these catch your fancy, you know where you can pick those up for yourself if you so wish. So let's take a look here. And we're just going to see for all Pisces, what does Spirit in the Creator want you to know around, what did you learn around your communication during this? Okay, right off the bat, the top one right here. And we will see what they want you to know. And you've got Starseed here. Look at this beautiful communication and connection to so many things. I love that. And we're going to put this one up here. That is card number 30, and let's see what that energy is that it brings in for you here. And it says, your divine mission is to inspire through the full expression of your own magnificent light. There have been many moments when you have felt different. And when looking up at the stars in the night sky, there is sometimes a longing to return home. This card has been revealed to you to remind you of the reason you chose to incarnate on Earth. You have a strong connection to the cosmos, dear Starseed, and have experienced many planetary lives, including your incarnations of this world. Your light is part of the group of souls who have mastered many lifetimes. Through self-mastery, they shine their light to the world as stars. The brightest star in our night sky is made up of the many advanced souls who went before us. Through love, their light inspires us all. Many over the years have attempted to reach this place of light through artificial means, gateways, and structures. Remember always, Starseed, the only gateway to reach this place of light is through you. This gateway to the kingdom of light is where every soul, and to reach this kingdom, you must connect to the truth and light within. This is your mission, Starseed, to inspire humanity to the light within you. And it will be through your creative expression of light and living example of being loving and compassionate that others will also be inspired towards illumination. Remember, Starseed, that you are not alone. Your journey is being guided by the light and love of the stars. Wow. And this card does have the energy of the throat and third eye chakra, which is all about communication, right? The throat chakra is. The third eye is about communicating higher. And an exercise they give you is to stargaze in order to re-energize and remember the reflective light that you are. And the affirmation for this card is, I am a creative spark of light expressing the love within my soul. Wow, that is beautiful. So definitely what they're wanting you to know about your communication is that you have this ability, one, to communicate love and light out to the world. And you also have this great connections to, the higher realms, to all of that beautiful beings of unconditional love and light. You know, your guardian angels, your all your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, other, you know, starseed groups, like we already talked about, all the angels, but also like unicorns and fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. This is all about you having this connection, and that through you bring this messages to the world around that. So I love that. And all this blue too, I just realized, so I was picking the cards and they were being shown to me. They're all blue, which is all about communication, right? The throat chakra. So I love that. We're also going to pull from these energy oracle cards, see what else they want you to know about your communication, what you learned around your communication during this last Mercury retrograde. And of course, during the post shadow period is when the energy of the Mercury retrograde, you know, is gone and we start moving forward again. But it's a time of that reflection that we take a look at all of this information. So, all right, this is the one right here. Then you let me finish it. Oh, I already asked the question, probably, right? And you have a contract, card number 6. So I love this for you too, because it really looks, you know, like this is what you came here for, right? This is contract seems so legal, like legal, right? But this is like your agreement, what you wanted to do to come down here to do. So they are showing you like, this is what you signed up for. Absolutely. So this card does show a contract in the background, ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. Connection. The union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. And the scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is underway, it's likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. So I love that. It's all about the connection. It's all about this contract. So, you know, this is a general reading, so you could have some legal stuff going on, but I really feel when we're zeroing in about talking about your connection, your communication, this is this contract. You decided to come down here to be a conduit, to spread this love and this information to the world. So I absolutely love that. And then we are going to use the Naked Heart Tarot to see what the final messages are from Spirit and the Creator around this communication. What did you learn? All right. So what else for our Pisces, please? Okay. What else? Okay. They do want these two as well. Okay. What else? Okay. For our Pisces. Okay. So you do have these, and I actually want this one too. But we'll put that one as like a different, not a different message, but they wanted it kind of set differently there. So we'll do it like this, and then we'll see what this one is. So, of course, your first card that popped up here is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is all about your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, your energy overall. So this is about a new level of energy coming in, a new type of energy coming in for you. And I really feel like during this period, they were showing you that you had this new kind of just excitement around connecting to the higher realms and communicating it out to the world. So I really feel like mainly this is the reaching out to the higher realms, which is so Pisces, right? You definitely have this desire to communicate and connect higher and higher and higher. And I feel like this, during this last retrograde, you really had this, spark to do it more and more deeply. Let's see what else happened here. Yeah, and you have the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is your thoughts, your mindsets, your expectations, your beliefs. And when it comes to making decisions, we have two places that we, look to make decisions. One is from the fear of losing conditional love of the human world and all its popular opinions, expectations, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, ought tos, supposed tos, musts, all those, things that are fed to us by the outside world. But I love here how they have, one of them has the moon. And this is your intuition. The other thing is trusting your gut, not making decisions by the logic that's been given to you from the mankind, place, but from a higher connection to the capital T truths of the higher realm, right? So again, there's this indication here of intuition, trusting your intuition, closing your eyes and truly seeing, and making decisions more from your gut and your heart than from the logic and what mankind seems to think is their small t truth. You're connecting to capital T truths of the higher realm, and that's where you're making your decisions from more and more what you were realizing that you were doing during this retrograde. And then you have the Eight of Swords, yes, because the Eight of Swords is about growth. It is about moving to the next level. The Eight of Swords does show you how your own thoughts, your small t truths, were blinding you, binding you, and making you feel restricted and confined. And so during this period of time, you've realized that what was being communicated to you from the outside world, you saw the small t truths for the lies that they were, and for that it's just opinion, and you have really cut away and sliced away the thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you more and more and more, because you're realizing really a whole story around your communication is that when you spoke, you're like, am I just passing on information that someone else told me was true? And it turns out it's a small t truth of fear, rather than spreading the unconditional love messages that you get from above. They all come into you. You are the conduit that brings it to the earth. So you really have realized how much of what you're talking about and sharing, you've just been really putting a filter around it and going, am I spreading gossip? That is just, I read, I heard it on the news or the internet. Oh, it must be true. We're like, no. You have been really being drawn to connect to the higher realms for the truth. And you know that the capital T truth, the difference between that and the small t truth is the small t truth is rooted in fear. Capital T truths are rooted in unconditional love. So it's not of unconditional love, then you know what's of this instead. So let's see what else they have here for you. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So you have two aces so far. And the Ace of Cups is this offer of the unconditional love from above. So again, this is coming in here where you're given the chalice, the Holy Grail that is full of that essence of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. And the more you connect to the upper realms, the more you feel the flood of that energy, because that is where they live. That's how they communicate. And you fill up with this, as like a chalice. You become this cup, and you allow the love to fall down into you, fill you up, and then overflow is what everyone else gets too. So you're not only spreading this beautiful energy, you're spreading this beautiful love essence as well. And then you have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, have wands here. The Two of Wands is like making plans around, new passions. But the Three of Wands is like this change of course. You've been doing things and you had the best intentions with whatever information you knew at the time, and you were headed a direction. But now with this new truths that came in during this retrograde for Mercury, you are now ready to switch course and to do things differently, invest your energy in different ways, which is kind of what we were talking about here, right? You're no longer using your energy to support fear and those small t truths of fear and spreading the gossip and the rumors. Instead, you're using your energy to connect to the higher realms, to connecting to that capital T truth, and then you're sharing that with the world. It frees you. I mean, you let everyone else, still have their little small T truths and their beliefs. You don't need to defend capital T truths, because it is just true. It is of unconditional love. Small T truths are what people feel they need to defend because they're afraid they're wrong. And if they're wrong, they're afraid that they're going to be judged and punished and rejected. So it's that fight or flight kicks in to protect their thoughts and their beliefs. But when it's of the heavens, the higher realms, you don't need to protect it. It just is beautiful and perfect that you don't have to. It's just wonderful. And then you have the Fool card. So the Fool card is about a new adventure, the beginning of a new cycle, a new way of doing things, just a whole new adventure. It's the first card in the major arcana, which means that you just finished the World card, which is the significant ending of a cycle, and now you're beginning a new one. So with this new, coming out of this new Mercury retrograde, as it starts to move forward again, you are moving into this new adventure, this new way of looking at your life and the world, and of your purpose and what you want to do, because now you've recognized that you have unconditional love messages to give to the world rather than the fear messages that are full of thorns, where you hand it to them and it's causing people to bleed. Instead, you're giving them a beautiful, beautiful healing flower that is connected to the heavens here. Let's take a look here and see what your final card is here. Yep, into the Two of Wands. So you have also recognized during this period of time that how you invest your energy is what determines what grows in your life. So when you realize that when you feed energy into the small T truths and those words and communication of fear, that grows in your life. But when you focus instead on investing that energy into words of unconditional love, that grows in your life instead. And this comes down to that self-talk too. Whatever you're talking about on the inside, if you're focused on what's missing out of your life or what you don't want in your life, then that grows in your life. But if you switch it over and focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want in your life, then that grows instead. And since you're not investing energy in the old, that just diminishes and shrinks up because you're not feeding it, and this other one you're feeding, and it grows instead. So I love this for you because you really have learned the difference and the power that you hold in your words, both in your self-talk for yourself, but also in what you're sharing out to the world, including, through your social media, just your conversations, and again, like your self-talk, what's going on inside your own head. So I love the empowerment that came through this period of time for you during the Mercury retrograde, and I look forward to seeing what you do with this as you reflect on it during this post-shadow. So I love this for you, Pisces. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get a notification as soon as they are available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, also, by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, then you have the all option that you can select. And if you do that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out on this channel. And also doing those things, it helps spread the Zen love. And it also helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like one of my videos, when you share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, and especially subscribing to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy. It wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am ever so grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. And then actually my recorded personal readings, I have a sliding price scale, which means you can select between a few different prices for one that's more in alignment with your budget. So I offer some flexibility with that. And if you're interested in any of that, all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Pisces, as you go throughout this next week, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing time. I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, though, you hang in there and you take care.